Wait. Wait. It's covering my coolant temperature sensor port. Are you fucking... Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of power sports on YouTube. Our only goal today is to attempt to get our oiling system buttoned up and finish our manifold installation. Everything's kind of scattered around right now since I've been working on so many different things. So for these little bolts for the adapter plate here, we're just gonna go try to hit 11 foot-pounds. That should be plenty. You want to do it evenly since you're working with an O-ring. Or just go until the yeah, that didn't... How tight is that with just a normal wrench? Kind of disappointed. Those bolts gave out already. Okay, so that shouldn't go anywhere now. So, although we didn't get anywhere close to what I wanted to, we'll need this later. So the next step is to figure out how exactly we're going to do this. So my feelings about it is to do it this way, to put this up here, and I need to get a hold of my multimeter and test, and then put this, well, we're gonna have to go with this one. We'll just have to use a multimeter to figure out what PS and I mean, because it's kind of a shitty description. So we're gonna do that. And we got an adapter. Finally showed up. Got an adapter. It comes with a crush washer that you just put in here. Obviously, we're going to use some liquid thread sealant, high temperature liquid thread sealant for oil lines. You always want to mix this stuff up first. We need to get a socket that's the right size for this. I think 18 foot-pounds should be more than enough to cover 16, 17, 18, something so large. I mean, it's an M16, it's massive, so you want to mix this stuff up really good. So, but I'm gonna, okay, we're gonna get an electrical test on this to see if we have to add our own ground to it or not. My guess is we're gonna have to add our own ground. So, one thing I do want to be careful of is that these fittings don't protrude too far into the oil passage and block the oil passage. That would, I mean, this is from the same company as this, so you'd think you would hope that they made it properly, but you never know, right? And this plug, we got to install this plug. So Okay, anyway, I need a socket for this. It will be in my 3/8. Seven-eighths fits pretty damn good. It's all I got, so we'll use a 7/8. Probably not the exact correct size since it's metric, but it's very, very damn close. Okay. So, this thread locker stuff, you don't want to get it inside the oil passages. You just want to put it on the bottom half of the thread. Oh. Well, you got to cut it open first. Okay, sorry. So you just want to put it on the bottom half of the threads, and that's it. You don't want it to contaminate the actual oil passages. That would not be good. Okay. Now we can screw this in. Okay, and then we're gonna go 18 foot-pounds. Okay, that's that. That is never gonna leak oil. Okay, so now we need to, I'm gonna put the cap back on this for now. Okay, it's trash, 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 not trash. I need to do that electrical test real quick before we go any further and find out we're making a mistake. There's the multimeter. See, I know I have two of them, but so we are going to test resistance between this. So first we'll do this to this, which is like basically 1 ohm. So say if we did, okay, this fucking thing, do that. Okay, come on, play nice. Okay, if we did here to here, it's showing, man, it's not a very stable connection, unless my multimeter just sucks. Or is that my skin? Is it reading off my skin? Showing no connection? It's not an oil pressure switch, it's a sending unit. Ooh, that's confusing. Okay. Well, what if we did this to the block? We're getting 1 ohm, 0.8 ohms. That's actually pretty surprising, I guess, because this goes into this, which threads into the block. Man, I didn't expect that good of a ground off of it. What if we did this to the block? 0.8 ohms, 0.7. I would say that's pretty damn good. So I'm not gonna fuck with it or make any fancy electrical connections. Like, that's pretty good. The only thing I need is a wire for this, but the problem is the wire has to be resistant to heat, and I think the manifold will give me enough space I can get in here later and wire it up on my own. Ooh. Double check though before so I'll literally be able to reach my hand in and wire this the way I want to wire it. So I'm not that worried about it. Okay, good. So we got good electrical connection for a hopefully accurate Oh yeah, and I decided I'm not going to install the fuel tank until the engine's in because we have to know. So I'm probably going to run fuel line along the floorboard here, and then it'll go up into the engine, meaning I have to drill holes in the back here somewhere. But the problem is when I drill those holes, I don't want to accidentally poke the gas tank. So my feeling is to try and drill those holes for the fuel line, like where the, either here, right on the floor would be the easiest, or if I have to, where the brake line comes through. I don't know, I think if I popped them out right here and then brought the braided line up over this, I think that would be the smartest way to do it. And I just have to make sure I run a pipe that will protect the lines. I think that'll be even probably the hardest part. And then the hard pipe will pop out like right up here in the footwell. And then it will run the fuel line right up through here, and I'll just have to replace this. Or it could pop out, you know, I mean, it could come out here where the heater core, or it could come up here, you know, like right here, and you put protective barrier around this and run the fuel lines out. Of course, it'll make it a lot harder for me to use that metal pipe idea to do that, but I'll figure it out. So, and then your fuel lines would come up and out on top of the engine where they're safe from anything over here. So, ooh, I've been dripping brake fluid on the floor apparently. Apparently my knot wasn't a good enough knot. Anyway, I don't want to deal with that today. So, okay, so the next step is we can just attach this thing down where it belongs. So we're gonna need a wrench. Unfortunately, the only way to do it is with a wrench. So you don't want to be like grabbing onto this and twisting it with a lot of force. I wish I had a ratcheting open-ended wrench. Those are so cool. 17 millimeter. It is not a 17 millimeter. Well, it's an NPT fitting, so that means it might be a 3/4. It's not a 3/4. Son of a bitch. You've got to be kidding me. So it's whatever's between 11/16 and 3/4, which I don't have one of those. I don't even have an 18. Fuck. Yeah, 3/4 will destroy it. Motherfuckers. Which means I have to... Oh, man. I hate that. I hate using these things. They're so not good for anything or anyone. Now, an NPT fitting, you're technically not supposed to have to... Well, shit, this won't work because it's too fat. Motherfucker, son of a bitch. Fuck. Son of a... Fuck! I don't want to go the fuck back to AutoZone. God damn it. I have a toolbox that might have... I don't even think I've opened the toolbox yet. Where did it go? Where did I even put it? Shit. Okay, well, can we install... Holy crap, this doesn't even have a place for a ratchet. Look at this. It's just got like little knurls on it. That would mean we need to use... Oh, you know what? Could probably get away with using the new band wrench. It might actually work. Let's try that. Okay, so we're gonna put just a little bit on the end of the threads. Especially because this is NPT, meaning tapered, meaning it, you know, it goes all the way up to a certain point and then it's supposed to stop. So Um, put that up in there. This is gonna make it extremely difficult to change our fucking oil filter. I mean, extremely difficult. Okay, let's try this. Nice, it works. That works pretty damn well. Question is, will it be able to get tight enough? I think the answer on that is coming back as a no. Okay, that was a good try. We're gonna have to go with our original, because that's definitely not... Man, that sucks. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna change the oil filter now. Have to get one of those cup-sized wrenches for underneath, maybe. Oh, what a pain in the dick. Okay. That kind of sucks. It doesn't have a... Man, the question is, how do I know when the NPT threads have seated all the way? That's the question. I'd say that's pretty damn good. And fuck, that electrical connection's gonna be right where the fucking skid plate is. Man. Okay. I would have to say that's pretty damn good and not gonna leak oil. So now we can do some testing. So the way the Jegs one worked, which there's, you know, no guarantee. It's common, normally closed, normally open. So if we go, so we should find one that's nothing. Nothing. Okay, that's probably, this is probably the normally open. And then if we go here to here, it's normally closed. The problem is, which is which? The fucking assholes couldn't be bothered. I don't know where I'm gonna even find a wiring diagram for this. I wouldn't even know how to simulate. I mean, I don't think you can simulate 5 psi of oil pressure to trigger that switch. I don't know. I guess you could just, if you just run, if you jumpered these two together and then just used that one as your, what would happen if you did that though? I don't know if that would, because it's normally closed. So you're just running power through a circuit. You're not running power anywhere because it's not grounded. And then you ground it. Is that gonna... I think I'll just have to wire power to both of these and then just wire the relay out to this one. And hope that doesn't blow that switch. Okay, so now we need to find whatever size this little plug is. Don't tell me it's not going to be a standard size or a metric size. Motherfuckers. It's not. It's some random fucking size that nobody else has. Motherfucking son of a bitch. Fuck. Okay. So we have to go and find our standard. Dump them out on the floor. To see if I even have one that fits. This one fits. Okay. So now again, you don't want to get any of this thread stuff into the oil channel, so you just want to get it on the outside of the threads. Come on. Okay. We're gonna block off this back port. Oh, and of course it's too close to the block to see. This is where a ball handle or a ball tipped wrench would come in handy, which I don't have. Just gonna be frustrating. Okay. All right, it's starting to get tight. So again, the question is, how far do we have to go for the NPT threads to seat and seal? Especially because I think NPT threads are technically designed for steel, so we're going into aluminum, so I'm not sure how that affects what we're doing. I mean, that feels pretty damn tight. I don't want to like destroy the... Yeah, that feels pretty freaking tight. Okay. Now I need to go... need to find a wrench that fits that sending unit. I just hope the headers don't melt the sending unit, like, especially this little chintzy plastic shit on the top here. I mean, kind of worried about it. Because you can't, I mean, I guess you could install it up here, but there's no room for it up here. So, I don't know what the hell Jegs was thinking, and it says that sending unit only works with that gauge panel, so I'm kind of screwed if the sending unit doesn't work, because then I don't have oil pressure gauge, or if it melts, so I have oil pressure gauge for 5 minutes. No, there. So I need, where is that toolbox? The largest size my emergency toolbox goes up to is a 9/16. Motherfucker. So now I gotta fucking go all the way the fuck to AutoZone to buy one fucking wrench to use one fucking time. Great. Okay, so I could not find the correct standard size wrench because it's some stupid in-between size. So instead, I'm gonna have to use an 18 mil and hope it works. So we're just gonna put some thread sealant on here. Again, being careful not to get it in the actual oil line. Then we're gonna spin this down into place. hope we can get it tight enough with just the 18. Kind of choke up on the wrench so I don't over tighten it and fuck it up. Really, I think that's tight. That's not going anywhere. As long as the headers don't, or manifolds don't melt it, there's a very good chance that manifolds are gonna melt this thing. And then what I'll have to do is I'll have to put in an oil line and literally like run the oil line up here and then put this up here, which would suck to have to buy another one of these, but it's a risk. So I'm gonna make a little bag. This stuff I need to keep somewhere more. Put it there. So, I'm gonna call it oil PRESSUR. Okay, sorry, kind of lost my train of thought there. So now we can attempt to install the headers. So the first thing you do is you do an 11 foot-pound pass. So we start at 11 foot-pounds. I just brought some replacement extensions out for the ones I lost. Where the hell did I just put them? Or did I put them down and not pick them back up? Fuck. There they are. There they are. Okay. So of course. Fuck. I need to take out that trash, but my trash is already full of other trash. Okay, and of course they're covered in that weird greasy stuff, I think just to keep them from... Is my phone ringing? No. Need to figure out what size I need. So it says 1/4 inch and 3-inch flanges. So there's specific bolt recommendations for specific thicknesses of flange. So this is a 3 1/2 3/8 flange. So we need the 1.181 inch bolt, which is not this. I ordered both because I didn't know what I was gonna need until it was too late, and then I had to wait however many fucking weeks, you know what I mean? So I just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it now. So, okay. We gotta get the bolts out. And these are specialty locking bolts, so these are never supposed to come loose. So if I install the manifolds, I keep saying headers, if I install the manifold properly, then I should never ever have to put up with this again. I think the keyword is if I install it properly. So oh yeah. Well, this isn't. Oh, what? Son of a bitch. It does come in a set of 2. They were just stuck together. God damn it, motherfucking son of a bitch. Fuck. Well, that was $30 I wasted. Congratulations to me for being a dumbass. Okay. And these are really, really soft, so you don't want to, you know, bend them or fuck them up before you even get them on the... Uh-oh. Is that not the correct bolt size? Are you fucking kidding me? Or did they just get too much paint in it? Oh, hell. I hope it's just from having paint in it. I'm gonna be fucking pissed if these aren't the right bolts. They look right. Yeah, that one went in just fine. That's weird. Or the head is fucked up and then I'm really screwed. Okay, so I need to figure out what size these are and get the appropriate socket. They're 10s? Pretty loose fitting 10. It's a really loose fitting 10. Okay. Put 18 foot-pounds to this somehow. Ooh. So the key is not to I don't like that one. The key is not to crush the gasket unevenly, which is why you do an 11 foot-pound pass first. So we're gonna bring everything up and we're just barely gonna snug it. Luckily they made these so you can get a torque wrench on each and every one. Although, I mean, using an extension, yes, does change the torque value a little bit. It's not the end of the world. Okay, I really don't like this one. I might end up having to run a tap through that if I can't figure out what the hell's wrong with it. It's gotta be that paint that they sprayed all over the fucking place. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. I think I may have tightened these a little too much already. Yeah, it's kind of not going in even. So these bolts are wedge locking bolts. They, like I said before, they should never ever come loose, because I hate hearing the tick, 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 tick from leaking headers or manifolds or whatever. It's just annoying. It would have been nice to get the long tube headers, but it's just, uh-oh. Oh no. Please don't tell me that's gonna, oh, fuck. That would suck. Okay, so these are the ones you're supposed to like get seated first, and then you work your way outward. Okay, it's good. It pulled it away from that, but not by much. Wow. Oops, that's all that we go on this side. Okay. So, first pass is 11 foot-pounds. And we want to get everything snugged first, so okay. All right, so first pass, goal is to just try and evenly tighten down. To 11 foot-pounds. It's going to kind of play that game with us, so we're going to have to be a little proactive in our approach. Come on. Okay. Now heading back. Okay. Okay. And then forward. Okay. Man, that's really pulling it in tight. Okay, now 18 foot-pounds. So we're taking up 16, 17, 18. Taking it up. Wait. Wait. It's covering my coolant temperature sensor port. Are you fucking kidding me? You've got to be fucking kidding me. Really? 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 I'm so glad I have an extra set. Motherfucking son of a bitch. God, that makes me so fucking mad. Fuck, that makes me mad. Oh, come on. There's no F or R front or rear markings. Fuck! That's bullshit. That is such fucking bullshit. Wait, that's not right. God, that makes me so fucking mad. Fuck. Gotta go through the whole fucking process all over again. Okay. All right, back to 11 foot-pounds. Okay. Oh, this is killing my back. Okay, now 18 foot-pounds. Okay. Okay. One more go around to make sure they're right. That one was actually quite loose. Okay, manifold done. It's so fucking close to though. Man, it's gonna, I feel like it's gonna melt this thing. Just completely fucking melt it. I might have to bring an oil line up and put it up here somewhere where it's safe. We'll find out. We will find out. Probably zip tie all the lines right here where the bell housing kind of goes, and then bring them around the bell housing away from the heat. Sucks I wasted a gasket. Because it doesn't fucking have a, oh, this is front, this is back. Motherfuckers. Okay. I'll make sure we're not making a similar mistake. There's a freeze plug back here. So... oh, wait, hold on. That was in... okay, so I think what it wants you to do, if you use this one, it'll clear. If you use, well, I guess it's more about which way you use it. Nope. Hold on. I feel dumb for a second here. So it won't clear if you do it that way. But if you do, hold on, uh-oh, like that. So then this one goes up here like this. So this goes against the manifold. That's the way I'm kind of seeing it. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, I mean, that works. So we'll do that. So we will... bring this one up into position here. Man, they got a lot of paint in these threads. I'd rather have a bare aluminum engine block. I don't see what the point of painting an aluminum block is, unless they're just so used to doing it for the iron block that they just don't even realize they're wasting time and money painting an aluminum block. It's aluminum. Leave it alone. It looks good the way it is. Okay. Whoops. Man, this is really close to those heater lines. Do the center ones and get those in and snugged up. Still don't understand how the hell the dipstick is supposed to work. I need to figure that out. Kind of been swallowing my pride lately and posting for help on some forums because there's just some shit I can't find the part number on my own, or I can't, it's just too much shit to deal with. Ooh, that doesn't sit right with me. There we go. It's like right on the edge of the fitting. Come on. There we go. Okay. Come on. It's not playing nice. It's the same back hole as before. Seems to free up after a couple turns though. It's definitely got to be the fucking shit, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, so we're gonna back her down to 11 foot-pounds. Here we go. Do the exact same pattern as before. Okay. So glad I can actually get to these really easily, which means hopefully it means if there's an issue in the car, like with it leaking and it needs to be tighter, then I'll actually be able to get to it reasonably. You never know. Okay. Okay, now 18 foot-pounds, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 2 passes with this. Gonna try and tighten these as evenly as we can. Jeez. Okay. Okay, you can definitely see that the manifold's got some space here. I don't really like that at all. Not really sure if that's gonna seal properly or not. There's quite a bit of a air gap there from what it looks like anyway. Okay, gonna double check everything. I'm gonna go up front first since it seems like it's not getting the torque it should be. Okay, we'll go go backwards. Okay, that is it. We have our tubular manifolds installed and our janky ass oil pressure sensors installed. So that is all for tonight. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car, nothing can